Hey guys, what's up? Joshua here, I Cut Grass. Hey, I want to talk with you real briefly today about something that I think you need to hear. And keep in mind that these videos that I create are really intended for guys that are new to the industry, that may be considering getting a business going, or they're relatively new having started their business, okay? And understand this, like I always say, you get to make your own decisions in your business. So what works for me, maybe it won't work for you, right? But I'm hoping that I can help some of you guys avoid making some mistakes, because basically the longer you get into the industry, most of your experience will actually come from making mistakes. And I wish that I had somebody that could help me to foresee the things that I didn't have any exposure to, or no one to pass their experience on to me. I learned through trial and error on my own. And so today the message that I want to pass to you is, please, give yourself the benefit of the doubt and do not get involved with management companies or anybody that wants to subcontract work to you, so you could do all the work for them, so you could take on all the liability, so they can make a majority of the profit that you generate from your labor, and they can keep a majority of it. Okay, that's exactly what happens. These organizations come in and they quote out jobs. Undercutting it's a numbers game to them. They'll undercut any quote, and then they'll take an overwhelming majority of the profit out of it, and they'll say, we need you to do this job for X dollars, which is basically cost. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy. It's not worth the headache that they're going to give to you. Not to mention the fact that most of those organizations want to pay you on a 30, 60, 90 timeline. Every once in a while you can find one that will pay you weekly, but they're a joke. Don't do work for customers, for customers, especially businesses, that wait to the last second to secure snow removal or mulching or whatever it is. There's a reason that they don't have an arrangement just yet, because any business that has been in business and is successful doesn't wait to the last second to do it. I'm just telling you, I'm trying to help you guys out from my failed or my bad experiences, so to speak. I know some of you guys are going to do it anyway. And I'm going to get somebody out there and say, well, hey, I've never had a problem. Okay, let's hope you never do. But chances are, you engage in this type of business, eventually you're going to get screwed over. And you're going to be very upset about it. And again, I just want to help you avoid that. What I would encourage you to do is, let's use an example here to kind of prove my argument or to substantiate my position on this. Let's say you take a mower. That's $8,000, okay? We're just going to use that figure, all right? For $8,000, you go out and you get a Toro, and I get Toros, and they come with Kawasaki motors on them, okay? Kawasaki is pretty doggone good at what they do. They will warranty their mower, or their motor, for 300 hours. And in most cases, the rest of the mowers is, maybe warranted for 1,500 hours or whatever. It's no guessing game for them. They actually have statistical figures to use to understand when most of their equipment is going to fail. Okay, every once in a while you might buy a lemon that's protected by a warranty, but more times than not you won't. So you spend $8,000 on a mower. Okay, what you need to do is, let's say that it's normal that you get 1,000 hours out of a mower. Okay, and I understand that some might get more and less and all that kind of stuff, but I'm using an example here. Okay, so you get a 1,000 hours life out of a mower. And then at that point in time, maybe the motor goes out, right? And so you got to consider, do I spend $2,000 to replace the motor and have a $2,000 invested into a mower that has no warranty, or do I just go all out and spend $8,000 on another new mower? Well, personally, me, I'm going to buy the motor itself. But you're only going to get X amount of hours of usage out of that investment. So in this particular case, we spent $8,000 to get this mower, okay? And they're saying, hey, you're going to get 1,000 hours out of it. So you do the math and figure out what that costs you per the hour. Okay, whatever that figure is that costs you per the hour, that's what you're breaking even, so long as you get those hours on that investment. That doesn't take into consideration your profit margin. It doesn't take into consideration, for example, your insurance costs, your gasoline costs, if you're paying staff, general maintenance on oil, filters, spark plugs, any of that kind of stuff, right? It doesn't take into consideration taxes you got to pay on your income that's coming in, okay? So you got to sit down and figure out when like a subcontractor or a management company comes and calls you and says, we want you to give us an estimate on this, or can you do this job, mow this lawn for this season at this cost? You know, you can figure out real quickly that your profit margin is almost null. So in other words, if someone called you and hired you and said, I want to pay you, you're going to take $4 an hour home, you wouldn't waste your time on it. But some of you guys are doing this by taking these ridiculous contracts. Don't do it. And if it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Don't become a statistic, okay? You don't worry about what any other organization is charging for his or her services. You figure out what your overall cost is to stay in business, and then what you have to have coming in so you can pay your mortgage, so you can pay your rent, your child support, your groceries, whatever it is. And that, you know, whatever it costs per the year for you to pay those bills, and then some to save, for example, maybe even more based on what your financial goals are. And then that tells you how much you need to make each month, and that tells you how much you need to make each week. So if that comes out to where you have to make $400 a week, you don't stop working Wednesday afternoon when you made $400. You keep working. You grind. You make as much as you can and stack it, because there is rainy days when you can't work. And you might not get snow. And you might get hurt so you can't work again. You work, you work, you work. And I'm not saying that you put work ahead of your family, okay? But a lot of you guys out there can do so much better than what you're doing, but you sell yourself short because you don't have goals on paper. Find out what you have to make each year, okay, for you to have the lifestyle that you want. Divide that by 12 months, and then divide that by 4 weeks, and get an idea of what your goals are, and go out and smash them, and screw these management companies. And here's another thing: the examples I use are just examples that help me. If you want to switch it up a little bit differently, go ahead to figure out what your cost, overhead is or whatever. You can do that, right? It's your business. But you need to write goals down on paper and stop giving your profit away to people that you're giving money to, that you're doing the work. I'll leave that with one last example here. I had a management company call me. They waited till the last second, and they still call me every year. They didn't have snow removal set up. And they had this ridiculous long contract that I've gotten good at reading through now, and there's no way in hell I was going to sign it. Okay, but one of the stipulations in the agreement said that after the management company pays me for the work that I've done, if that company that they've contracted out for, so if the retailer files bankruptcy anytime that calendar year, I have to pay back the management company the money that they paid me. It's stupid crap like that, guys. It's all over. We don't need management companies. They are a cancer. They are a blight on our industry. You can do this without them. It requires some hustle, but you can do it. And then you reap the benefits of it. And you're able to take your kids out to the nice restaurants or put them through college. You're able to do the nice things for your spouse. You're able to buy a nicer truck down the line. You're able to buy the nicer equipment for your business, and you don't have to finance it, right? There are so many things that you can do to get yourself off to a better start and to have more success and get yourself closer to securing the security that you're wanting to do with a business by eliminating your association with management companies. Anyway, that's more of a kind of a rant, but that's my position on it. And I'm here to tell you, hey, maybe you do work for management companies. If you're okay with giving all your profit away to a third party, well, that's not my problem. Okay, but those of you out there that want to keep your money, disassociate yourself with them. Figure out what your cost is of living, what your cost is to do in business, and then do the math and figure out what you have to make each week and use that as a paper goal. Write it down on a sticky and put it in your truck or your van or whatever. Put it at your desk and haul ass and kick ass. Okay? Hey, I'll be in touch with you guys again sometime soon. If you haven't liked my page, please like it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I don't get paid anything for doing this for people. I just legitimately want to help people. So this was I was firing off the hip today, guys. I have no notes in front of me. I'm just kind of going by what comes up in my mind. I wish you guys nothing but success, man. Go out there and make it happen. Thanks for watching.